Hello guys and welcome to another video. I've prepared a series of clips regarding iPhone phones and MacBook laptops, and today I have my old iPhone 11 with me, which I'm planning to sell and from which this idea came to mind. Whether you're planning to buy the iPhone 11 used or maybe new if you still can't find it in stock, this video is your one-stop guide. We're going to break everything you need to know about this phone: the design, the performance, the cameras, the battery, and whether it's still worth your money. So let's dive right in. First things first, if you're eyeing a brand new iPhone 11 in 2025, I'd pump the brakes on that idea. This phone hit the scene back in September 2019, which means it's already 5 years old, pushing 6 at the end of 2025. At this point, paying a full price for a brand new iPhone 11 doesn't make much sense. For a little more cash, you can snag a brand new iPhone 13, which offers a big step up in features and longevity, making it a smarter buy for 2025. That said, the used market is where the iPhone 11 shines. For around 200 euros, it's a budget-friendly phone that still has a lot to offer, especially if you're new to iPhones or need something reliable without breaking the bank. Let's kick things off with the look and feel. The iPhone 11 has a 6.1 liquid retina display framed by a sturdy aluminum band and a glass back. I always like how the iPhone 11 feels in hand compared to the flat, sleek design on the newer iPhones. But the glass back is a fingerprint magnet, especially in the darker colors like this black model. No matter how much I wipe it down, those smudges stick around like unwelcome guests. On the back you'll spot the two 12-megapixel lenses, a standard one and an ultra-wide lens. They're solid for 2025 and we'll dig into their performance later. Around the sides you have got the classic silent slider, volume up and down buttons, and a power button that doubles as your on-off switch. There's also a physical SIM card slot, something US buyers won't find on the new iPhone 16, which has gone all on eSIM. At the bottom you're still dealing with a lightning cable. That's a bit of a throwback for 2025, with USB-C now the norm across most devices, including newer iPhones. You will need to wear the lightning cable everywhere with you, and don't expect to find one easily because only folks with older iPhone models like the 14, 13 or 12 are likely to have a spare. The screen itself is a standout, no major complaints here. It's bright, it's crisp and gets the job done for most things: videos, scrolling or whatever you're up to. But there's a catch. The notch at the top feels a little bit chunky for today's standards. When I first got this phone a few years back, it didn't faze me. But now it feels a little dated, and honestly it bugs me a little when watching a full screen content. Still, the overall design holds up. It got that iPhone X vibe, slick and familiar. Just keep in mind that the iPhone 11 was launched alongside Pro models, so Apple held back on some flashier features like an extra camera and a sharper display for the 11 Pro and the 11 Pro Max. The base model feels a tad compromised in comparison, but it's still a looker. Now let's talk performance, because that's where the things get interesting. The iPhone 11 runs on the A13 Bionic chip, and even in 2025 it's no slouch for everyday tasks. I'm talking smooth scrolling, quick up launches and no annoying bugs or freezes. Right now it's updated to iOS 18.2, which brings some nice tweaks, like a revamped photo apps, updated mail and a slightly refreshed UI with more customization options. But don't get too excited, there's no Apple Intelligence here. That means no AI-powered goodies like a Genmoji, image generation or ChatGPT integration, which you'll find in the newer models. For basic stuff like social media scrolling, browsing or light gaming, the A13 keeps up just fine. But if you're into heavy intensive games, it might show its age compared to the A17 Bionic chip on the iPhone 16. The 4GB of RAM is enough for most people, but it's a personal thing. If you're juggling through a lot of apps or playing demanding titles, you might see a slowdown. For me it'd be just fine. No lag with apps, but gaming could be a different story depending on what you play. Storage is a bigger headache here. The base model comes with just 64GB, and in 2025 that fills up fast. Apps are growing in size, and if you're taking photos or recording 4K videos, you'll hit that limit quicker than you think. Compared to the iPhone 16, navigating through menus feels a little bit pokier, not sluggish, just not as snappy. Looking ahead, it might get to iOS 19, but iOS 20 might be the end of road for updates. Apple's support is great, but the A13 is heading toward retirement. So battery life is another issue. The iPhone 11 packs out 3110 mAh battery, which Apple says it delivers a 17 hours of video playback. Compare that to the iPhone 16 22 hours and you'll see the gap. For me, with constant use, think scrolling, texting, a little bit of video, it holds about a half a day. It supports a fast charging, which is a plus. Pair that with 18-watt adapter and you'll charge it pretty quickly. If you're buying used, the battery's condition is critical. It's really hard to find a battery health above 90%, and if you do, it might not be an original one. Always ask the seller if the battery is original, if it's been replaced, and how long it lasts daily. Better yet, check it yourself. Run some apps, shoot a video, see how it holds up. If it's a shop, a replacement and an authorized service might be around €100, which bring up the total cost closer to newer models. Speaking of cameras, let's zoom in there. The dual 12-megapixel setup, an ultra-wide and a standard lens, still delivers in 2025. Daylight shots are crisp and vibrant, and you can record 4K videos in 60 frames per second, which is great for social media. Portrait mode is solid for those blurred backgrounds, and night mode is really great for low-light situations, but don't expect miracles when it gets dark. Compared to the 48-megapixel main camera or telephoto lens on the iPhone 16, it's a step behind. No cinematic mode here either. But for casual Instagram posts or quick clips, it's more than enough. For €200, it's really hard to complain about the quality of the cameras. So is the iPhone 11 worth in 2025? Let's break it down. For around €200, it's a budget-friendly phone for basic needs: calls, text, social media, photography. It's reliable, it still gets updates, and could easily carry you through another couple of years. If you have never tried an iPhone and you want to see how it works, for €200 it's a perfect option. You won't regret it. But a new iPhone 11? Hard pass. For around €300, 200 for the phone and 100 for the battery, you're in a range of a used iPhone 11 Pro, 12 or even 13, which goes for around €350. Those get you a better cameras and longer support. Personally, I'd skip the 11 and go for at least a 13 because battery life and camera upgrades matters, especially for social media recording. But if you're a light user who doesn't sweat the notch, the storage or the camera limits, this phone got a plenty of life left. So are you still rocking the iPhone 11? Drop your thoughts below, I'd love to hear from you. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you can see more videos like this one. Until then, peace.